So this is how we are starting the assignment, gradation studies. You see that I already have a piece of paper prepared with 3 different sections, and now I'm using cyan blue as my chosen color for monochrome study. You will need 2 cups of water, brushes, and then also I have white squeezed out on the palette. And now I'm going to try to achieve the lightest tint for my section. So I will be going from the lightest color, a lot of white mixed in, just a small amount of blue only. And then progressively I will be working down towards purest color of cyan blue. So I will be adding more and more blue, less white. Okay, so I'm satisfied with this really nice, beautiful light tint. I removed the excess of paint actually, and I'm just trying to make sure that it's mixed really well. Now I just realized that I actually need tape all around the band, so I will preserve nice and clean edge. So this is what you're going to do each time before you cover the band. You will need to use tape it all around nicely and neatly, making sure that the paint won't bleed underneath the tape. So you're seeing that I'm making sure I'm pressing down on the edges of the tape with my fingers, so that tape really tapes well all around to the paper. And now I'm applying that mixture that I just created a moment ago on the palette of the beautiful tint, and I'm applying that with brush strokes, up and down vertical brush strokes on one pass, just because there's a lot of white mixed in, and it's titanium white, which covers really well. Now I'm helping myself to dry it out very quickly, or faster, or speed up the process of drying with blow dryer. Just be careful, do this on the lowest setting so you won't overheat the paint. You don't want this to start peeling off later. You don't want to damage the surface of paint. Right, this looks pretty good. I also, when you're removing that tape, you really want to make sure that you're doing this in a careful manner. And now I'm reusing it for the next band. Again, very carefully taping all around the shape of the band. Okay, now we're going to mix another batch. So I'm adding a little bit more blue into the white, and you see that there's a little bit of a difference between the previous mixture and this one. So this band is going to be a little bit darker and more saturated with blue. Just a little bit, tiny little bit. Again, I'm making sure that I'm smoothing out the paint surface, so there's not too much of a abrasive texture. We don't want this to be visible. We want to have a really nice and smooth surface. Not too close with this blow dryer, because we don't want to overheat the surface again. Okay, and slowly removing the tape. So we don't want to damage the paper, we don't want to damage that surface of paint that we already created before and dried. Right, we have 2 bands, a couple of more to make in order to finish that section of the picture plane. Now I'm wiping out here excess of water, just because the brush a moment ago was in the cup with water. So each time you're not using brush and it's with paint on, you don't want that brush to dry. So you don't want that paint to dry on the brush. So that's why you're putting that brush into the cup with water whenever you don't use it. So we start seeing that gradation is happening here, even if we have only 3 bands. Okay, this is another layer, another band with darker value and darker color, just because we're adding more blue. So this is the process that you're repeating, and you're just changing the size of the bands depending on the shape that you delineated earlier. But the idea is to create very even steps in terms of differences in value and intensity of colors. So I'm slowly adding more and more blue. Okay, there's from time to time, there's a little bit of bleeding. You can see here. And I'm hoping, if it's not too much, usually it's not a big deal, because the nearby sections that you're going to create with different colors will cover this. Okay, you see that there is progression already on the palette, the gradation between different blues, different tints of blue. And we are almost there. There's another smaller shape, and there will be 1 or 2 more smaller bands that we're going to work with. And you see this color is getting really close to the pure blue. And there's 1 more tiny band, and we still take care of it, of that detail. And yeah, it's very important to tape nicely and neatly all around, and that will be basically the pure blue here. Making sure that it's dry really well before peeling out the tape. This is good. This is good.